Well, blimey, that was a start, wasn't it? Altira.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Awesome. Okay, so we've had to abandon ship. And this is the detail, this is the voice log. And in the databank we've got things like this, which will help you play the game. And we've got a blueprint database corruption, which means we haven't got all our blueprints. These are the sort of things that we do have, but we've lost about 80% of what we should have. So we're going to have to find all of that. And welcome to the channel. Better get around to that, hadn't I? Now, I'd normally have a board game channel that I had a few videos on, but it was really messing with my OCD. Didn't like having the videos along with the board games, so I've just split them. I'm not going to advertise this channel. If people come along and subscribe and watch the videos and enjoy it, then brilliant. I do have a board game channel if you want to look it up, but I just play this for fun. So and I do YouTube for fun, so just going to play this game, Subnautica, which is brilliant. I love it, and hopefully I'll do a bit better than I have been doing, because this is actually the third time I've played this for YouTube, but I've been having trouble with my video recording software, so I've had to do it yet again. Hopefully this third time will be the charm. Okay, we'll put that in there for now. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have a look exactly where we are. So our spaceship crashed, and we got in this escape pod, jettisoned, and we've ended up on this world. So let's have a look. Ooh. Alien. And there's the ship. It's not looking too good.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
It's a bit of a downer. So, this is the world we've landed on. Bit of a water world by the look, but fortunately we've landed in the shallows. There's a few things poking up out of the water there, like coral tubes or something. That's the Aurora. It's not looking too clever, but it seems to have beached itself. And looking around, can't see any land masses, and I can't see any other escape pods. So what we're going to have to do is, let's see what equipment we've got. We've just got food and water in here, and that's where I stashed our fire extinguisher as well. The escape pod. So circuitry test has failed, secondary systems are offline, the radio is offline. The distress signal broadcast has failed, flotation devices have deployed, thankfully, and the hull integrity is okay. Power cells, cool. Right, so use a repair tool on them if we had one, but we haven't. Medical kit, fabricator still working, great. And that'll start making a new one. I have played this before, I'll try and play it like I'm brand new. But yes, I will know where to go and get some certain stuff without having to wander around. But I'll try not to spoil the story for you. So we need a repair tool on that as well. So it's a fabricator working. Yes, it is. Now the fabricator, it's like out of Star Trek, where you get Captain Picard asking for Earl Grey hot, and it'll make basic things. And these are what your blueprints are for. They'll allow you to make things like this, and the more blueprints that we get, the more things your fabricator can make. Now, I suggest when you start this game that the first thing that you do is you try and make as many of these tools as you can. So we're going to try and make a scanner, a repair tool, a flashlight, and a survival knife. I don't bother with the flares so much. We will need a habitat builder, and we'll also need an O2 tank. It's better than just holding your breath. Some fins that'll make us travel through the water a little bit quicker. Not so much the first aid kits, because we've got a med kit fabricator. Fire extinguisher, we'll need some of them a bit later on when we go onto the crash ship, because as you can see it's on fire, and I don't really use the pipe or the floating air pumps. Waterproof lockers I don't use. We'll need a mobile vehicle bay, and we'll need a sea glide. But first of all, let's try and get some stuff together. So, nothing for it but to get our feet wet. Fishes! And here we are. And this is why I love this game. It's just beautiful. Look at this. I haven't even got it on the highest settings, because if you do, it's just a little bit too dark on YouTube. On the highest settings, this is just amazing. So we're going to pick up that metal scrap. I saw some more here. We can make titanium out of that, and we'll need that early on. We also need quite a few of these mushrooms. So I'm going to pick up 6, and hopefully we'll be able to find some copper ore, because with that we'll be able to make batteries. And what I've got to remember is I don't yet have an oxygen tank. In fact, I'll sort that out straight away, because it'll just give us a little bit more time underwater. So we'll go here. It's really important early game. Just make sure that you don't drown. It's very easy to get sidetracked, forget where your air is, and not be able to get back to the surface quick enough. Right, we should be able to make an oxygen tank. So, standard oxygen tank, we're at 45. You see it's gone up to 75 down here in the bottom left. And we can now make a high capacity tank. Oh, make 2! I didn't want to make 2. Oh, I'm a Dylan. I've wasted some bloody titanium there by making 2 of them. 2 of the bloody things. Alright, curse it. See? And we can make a high capacity one as well, which we'll try and do. That'll take us up to 135 seconds. We can go underwater. But at least now we've got 75 seconds. Pick up that. This is a limestone outcrop, and you can get titanium or copper out of these. We're looking for copper at the moment because we want some batteries.
Is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
There we are. She's a bag of laughs. It's our version of Alexa on our PDA. These guys with the big arses, just got to look out for them, because they fart some horrible substance that's toxic. We need one of these.
New creature discovered.
Bladderfish. You can make water from these.
Forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Yeah, we'll just grab a couple of these. And a few of the other fishes if we can. Bladderfish aren't good eating, but they are good for water. I don't like to use them for water. There is a better way of getting water, and I'll show you. But we do need like a peeper fish or something. These are good eating. Catch hold of one. I'll try and get 2 or 3. There's one. And a boomerang.
New creature discovered.
Okay, we're going to make a few more things now. Use one of these for water. And another one, hopefully we can make... Oh no, we need silicon rubber for an air bladder. But we can make some food.
The fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
So, a helpful little thing, this fabricator. There we are. Got some water. And we've got a bit more titanium. Okay, so we want to get some more stuff. Oh, I'll tell you what I could do. I was going to make some batteries, wasn't I? Let's get on and make those batteries.
New blueprint acquired.
Because we've made a battery, we can now make the slightly larger version of the battery, which is a power cell. These are power cells up here, they're just slightly larger batteries. We won't need them till later. We might actually get round to it in this episode, having to make a couple of those. Let's put Mr. Bladderfish away. We need him for something else. What we're looking for now, it's over here. It's getting a bit dark. But what we want to do is we want to get over to this kelp over here. And what we're looking for are seed clusters, and those are the yellow glowing things. Can you see them? This is a bit of a swim. They're not normally this far away from the drop pod. They're a bit deep as well. But,
detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core, sustained during planet fall.
Yeah, it wasn't looking too clever, was it?
New blueprint acquired.
Grab as many of these as we can.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
I'm sure we'll get round to it. Let's get some oxygen. And get back to our drop pod. So the drop pods are useful like mini base for the start of the game. But once we get the habitat builder, we'll be able to build a bigger and better base, which will be absolutely fabulous. This is quite a good spot. This might be a good spot for a base at some point. There is another place where I like to build my base, but I'm not going to build it there for this. The reason being is there are some things called reefbacks, which are like large leviathan creatures, and they pass right overhead, and they make this horrible like sound. And if I'm going to be doing a video series, it's best that I don't build the base there. Right. We want to make silicon rubber, and we also want to make some lubricant.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
There we go, we've got plenty of that. Now we should be able to make a knife now. Excellent.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
So all we're going to get is a survival knife. We want an air bladder. Early game, and if you haven't played this game before, get one. It's just really useful. If you're down deep, use your air bladder, it'll get you to the surface a lot quicker than swimming will. I won't use it too often because I'm used to the game now, so I generally don't use it that much. I'll put it in the middle here, and I want to move the knife to spot 1 because that's just normally where I have it. Is there anything else we can make? Right, we need glass for the flashlight, we need cave sulfur for the repair tool. We can make a scanner.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Just what she said. What we're going to use it for is we scan things, we can scan wreckage from the ship, and that will help build up our blueprints. Remember, we're 80% short on our blueprints. Just to show you how it works, we'll just go around and basically scan everything. Obviously this is early on in the game, and as soon as you've scanned most of the things, it's very rare that you have to scan anything new. But as it is, everything's new at the moment. We're just going to take a sample of these coral tubes. You'll see why later, but it is very useful stuff. Let's get a little bit more oxygen. Get this out again. Scan a few more things. You can scan the wildlife as well, if you stay still long enough. Like Mr. Rabbit Ray here. So we've scanned him. Try and scan Mr. Peeper. Got him. Hoopfish. Holefish, sorry.
New creature discovered.
I won't scan these guys. These are gasopods. We'll scan them later. Just if you try and do it now, you'll just get a face full of their toxic trumps, and you won't be feeling so clever afterwards. So just do it a bit later on. They'll still be here. Probably should pick that up. And you can scan the limestone chunk as well.
Oxygen.
And I think we'll just make it before we drown. Just about. We could have used actually our air bladder. That. And just fill it with air and it takes you to the top. Awesome stores. Right. Let's get down here. We may as well scan some creepvine while we're here. We can also scan the seed clusters, but I don't see any around. Oh, this is a great little coral here. This is brain coral, but you can actually replenish your oxygen at them. So bubbles of oxygen come up from them, and it replenishes your oxygen supply, so they're very useful. This weird looking fish over here is the Gary fish. Try and pick him up.
New creature discovered.
Boomerang fish. Pick him up as well. They're all good eating. And what sort of stuff am I looking for now? I forgot. I could do with some silver, couldn't I? Cave sulfur. Okay, getting cave sulfur, you've obviously got to go in caves. But you get them from the nests of a certain kind of fish called a crash fish, and they're a real pain in the bum, especially early game, so be careful. I just came in this cave just in case there was one in here.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
So it's telling us to get a repair tool, as she puts it. I'll just go up and get some air. So we're going to travel into a couple of cave systems, and we'll hope to set one of these crash fish off. It'll probably get us, because they're quite fast and we don't have any fins yet. In fact, I could have made some fins, couldn't I? We'll go back and make some fins. It just gives us a chance against the crash fish. We can't really outrun them until we get a sea glide. But at least if we give ourselves the fins, we will have ourselves a chance. I haven't actually mentioned how they get you, because it's well worth just seeing for yourself when it happens. It's pretty bizarre. Fins. Alright. There we go.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
So as you can see, we're already going a bit quicker. What I'm looking for is an easy to enter cave system that isn't going to cause us any bother. Something like this. Right, there's one. I'm going to try and get away, but it'll probably catch me. We managed to get away. Now what we need to do is go and find his nest, which is there. And right at the centre of the nest is some sulphur. And that's what we need for the repair tool. So that was great. We can also grab ourselves some quartz, which is useful for making glass. Just got to watch we don't go too deep in these caves. And on the way out, there's another one of those bloody things. And I wasn't able to outrun that guy. But we should be able to go back and get the sulphur. There's two more here. Oh, the last one got me. Let's see if we can find where they set off. Yeah, so more cave sulphur. I think we've got enough now. We'll go and get ourselves a repair tool. Let's see if we can pick that up. Make ourselves some glass as well. I think we've got 2 pieces of... Have we got 2 pieces of quartz? No, we've only got 1. We'll get ourselves another piece of quartz so we can make some glass, and then we should be able to make the flashlight as well. I think there was some quartz in here. Shuttlebug. Ooh. Let's set another one of those off. Oh, we've got full infantry now, so we've got to get out anyway. Ah! Again, we just managed to outrun him. Where's the quartz? Hopefully we can find some quartz that's a little easier. Yeah, watch out for those crash fish. They can kill you early game.
Oxygen.
Because they're difficult to outrun without the fins on. I'm playing survival mode. Actually, even if I found some quartz, I wouldn't be able to pick it up, would I? Because I'm full up. So we will go back to pod. Now that's set at blue, and we can actually change that colour. I am going to change the colour, make it a little bit easier to see. Go to the beacon manager here, there's the live pod. I'm just going to change it to yellow, just so it sticks out a bit more. All my bases, they always put in yellow on the beacons. Just makes them easier to find. Let's make the repair tool. It's down here. Great. And now we need a habitat builder and a flashlight. Cook the Gary fish, which is an odd looking bugger.
For those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
We can. Just eat that. The others will just keep. Once you start cooking them, they start rotting. But funnily enough, if you just keep them in your inventory, they stay alive. Weird. Weird, eh? And let's make some more titanium. Yeah, the salvage, it's just wreckage off the ship. And we can just break it down into titanium, which is very useful. We need a bit more quartz. And oh, I should have fixed the stuff in the ship. Got a repair tool now. Let's just get another piece of quartz first. Oh, you see these little boxes? There's a little box down here. They normally have useful things in them. I think this is a mobile vehicle bay fragment. And this is how we get... Woo! That's some horrible shark. The sharks aren't too bad. Just try and keep out of the way. It's asking me to cut the creep vine with a knife. We'll do that shortly. What I would like is...
30 seconds.
Some bloody quartz. Down we go. Let's find some quartz, man. Nothing there. I don't want to go too deep until we get that better oxygen tank. There's some quartz there. Oh, there's two pieces. One. We only need one piece. We're alright. Let's get back. Make ourselves a flashlight. And I think we've got a bit more copper so we can make a few more batteries. Don't discard your old batteries when they're used up. We can get a battery charger blueprint. So just keep hold of them, and eventually when you get your battery charger blueprint, you can make a battery charger and you can charge all your batteries up again. Here we go. And up we go. Follow that with a flashlight. Brilliant. So we need a habitat builder. For that we need a wiring kit and a computer chip. The main constituents of the wiring kit is silver, and the computer chip we need gold, and we also need something we can probably make now, which is copper wire. And we've still got 4 copper, that's great. And okay, let's just get rid of some stuff in the storage container we don't need right at the moment. And don't need that right now. We will eat one of these fish. The whole fish. Not a bit of the fish, the whole fish. Whack, 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 whack. And we will now use our repair tool.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor.
So here's the repair tool. Repair the secondary systems.
Lifepod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
And we're also going to repair the radio. And we've got a message already.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Well, I don't think we're going to get rescued from the Aurora because it's a Hulk. Take that medkit. So again, we got another medkit, and it'll just create another one. Just takes a bit of time. We're going to use one of these first aid kits because of those bloody crash fish. And we could also do with finding ourselves some water. For that, we need salt. Now we can use those bladderfish, but it's much better for us to get some salt. Just use our flashlight. And there's some salt. There's 2 salt down here. That's what your salt looks like. And I'll show you how you use it. 1, 2. And is that just wreckage? These guys, they don't like it if you get near the wreckage. That's why he's following me. Swim away. They like playing with the wreckage because they're like weird. So when you go picking it up and they're close to you, they will try and bite a chunk out of you. But they're not too much to worry about, even if they bite you. There are a lot bigger things than those sharks that you've got to worry about.
Oxygen.
That would just get straight in here. And yes, we want to make some water. So we'll take 2 of these coral tube samples. This means we can create bleach. And this is a miles better way to make water.
Essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
Because otherwise, first time I played this game, I spent hours chasing bladderfish when I could have just done this all the time.
The day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death. Vital signs stabilizing.
So there we go. So we'll keep our eye out for salt, and we just need bits of coral tube, and we can set that off with our knife. We're going to take a bit of creepvine, like it keeps telling us to, because with the seed clusters give you lubricant and silicon rubber, but the creepvine itself
Blueprint acquired.
gives you fibre mesh, and that comes in handy. So we're just going to make 2 fibre mesh now for later. Also going to grab a few more of these. We'll make 2 more batteries. First up, fibre mesh. And batteries. Put the fibre mesh in there. Right. Now we want to find Sea Glide. It's all very well swimming around, but a Sea Glide is going to make us go a little bit faster. And what we've got to look for are those boxes. We'll look around for a few of those boxes. And in the shallows where we are, the safe shallows, there's normally loads of these boxes knocking around. He says not seeing any. Oh, the other thing to note, any new viewers, I'm as blind as a bat. You may see me fly. You may see me swim right over things that I'm looking for. It's, I do apologise, I am a bit of a Mr. Magoo. But I'll try my best. Feel free to shout at the TV or the computer or the tablet or whatever you're watching on. Ah, there's a few of these boxes down here. It's always good to check out any wreckage, and we'll be doing that. But beginning of the game where we haven't got much oxygen to play with, we'll be a bit circumspect. There's the Sea Glide fragment. Right, we need another fragment, and then we'll have the blueprint. Grav trap.
30 seconds.
Grav traps are very useful. They're like a localized gravity field, and they can help you with things like fishing. You just do a bit of fishing by putting a gravity trap out, and the fish get caught in it, and then they're really easy to pick them up. And in fact, we're going to get our grav trap now because there's another fragment.
New blueprint acquired.
We want another Sea Glide fragment. Is there one round here? No. We'll keep looking. That's probably one up there in that box. Once you get a Sea Glide, and it is, once you get a Sea Glide, it's a lot easier for you to move around.
New blueprint acquired.
So we'll make one of those in a second. And I'm just looking around for a little bit more wreckage. Because another useful thing you find on safe shallows wreckage is a thing called a beacon. I can't see any here, but they are difficult to spot, and as I said, I'm a bit of a Mr. Magoo, so I may have missed it. In fact, you may be screaming at the screen now saying there's one there, but I can't see no bloody thing. Right, anyway, we'll carry on exploring. So the safe shallows has got loads of resources in it. Do not feel the immediate need to go diving really deep. You don't need to. You get plenty of early game resources here, where it is nice and safe, hence the name Safe Shallows. And I thought that was a piece of wreckage, and it isn't. There is some metal salvage knocking about. That looks like wreckage over there. We're getting quite close to the ship. Another word of warning. Stay this side of the ship. Do not go on the other side of the ship. It is full Herby monsters on the other side of the ship. And they're big bloody monsters as well. And they're to be avoided. Another Sea Glide fragment. I'll show you what happens if you scan something you've already got a blueprint for. You just get 2 titanium. So you'll see me a lot of times, I may just scan things just to get the titanium. Wasn't fast enough. Damn it. Ooh, what's that? A counter. There's all sorts of stuff you can get blueprints for. So, we've got one there. I was hoping to find... There's another grav trap in there. But what I want is a beacon. Let's get some oxygen off the brain coral. That right in front of me, that's an egg. We won't need those till later. No use collecting them now, they just get in the way. There's some salt. We'll pick that up while we're here. Come on, a bit more wreckage. Must be some somewhere.
Oxygen.
Avoid Mr. Shark. Yeah, some more wreckage over here. Over on the right hand side there, I've just seen a blue icon come up. That means we've got a radio message. Sorts of crap here. Oh, that's just sample analyzer. It doesn't actually do anything. Another grav trap. We've already got a blueprint for, but we haven't got a blueprint for a trash can. So we'll take that.
New blueprint acquired.
And there's normally quite a few beacons just dotted around, but there doesn't seem to be many here, which is a bit annoying. Never mind. Just check where we are in relation to the ship. Yep, we're still on the correct side of it. Yeah, we'll keep going till we get some beacons. Also down here we may find silver and gold. What we're looking for there is a thing called a sandstone outcrop as opposed to the limestone outcrop. Get some more wreckage here. Oxygen before we dive down. There's a beacon. So we want another one of those. There should be one knocking around. There's bloody crash fish in there. So we'll try and avoid that. There's a beacon. Yay! We make beacons now.
New blueprint acquired.
There's another beacon. Oh, set it off. But we were able to get away from him. That's just a sea glide, isn't it? Look at that, coffee vending machine. We'll take one of
30
those.
seconds.
And we'll go up here. Quite close to the ship here. At some point we will board the ship, but not quite yet. We need a laser cutter to get into some places, and a thing called a propulsion cannon. How much stuff? We've got loads of room left. Right, I'm going to show you a good place to fill up on sandstone outcrops. Got to be careful because it's fairly deep, but it's along this sort of cliff here. Oh, radiation detected. I can't really get any closer till I get a radiation suit, but this is normally a very good spot to find sandstone. Limestone forms in the shallows, sandstone forms just a little bit deeper. So here we're about 80 meters. So we'll keep an eye out around here. Again, we've got more scattered wreckage.
30 seconds.
And I'm going to go straight up here so we can come straight down. after we filled up on air because there is a sea moth fragment. A sea moth is like a mini submersible, and I love them. They're like little sports cars. So if I can pick up the sea moth blueprint, I'll be very happy. I think we need 3 fragments of it. That's 1. Nuclear waste disposal bin. If we ever get a nuclear reactor, we'll need that. That's another sea moth fragment.
Blueprint acquired. Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Bioreactor fragment as well. I generally use the bioreactor more than
30
anything.
seconds.
The nuclear reactor I'll use deep down, and there's also like a thermal generator you can use, and I use that deep down as well. But near the surface, which is where our main base will be, I'll probably use solar and bio. Just looking around to see if there's any more sea moth fragments, because if you can bag them now, that would just be awesome. Save a lot of messing about later. I'm just going to take another salt. A bit disappointed we haven't found any sandstone. There's one. So this is what a sandstone outcrop looks like. It's going bloody dark now, isn't it? Going dark now, isn't it? You get lead, silver and gold from them.
30 seconds.
Lead's also very useful. I'm going to take a chance here and hope we get something from this brain coral.
30 seconds.
Come on, Mr. Brain Coral. A bit more burping. There we go. There's another sandstone outcrop. Silver, yes.
Are an essential component of many habitat modules.
Oh, we've got a time capsule. Somebody else in the game has dropped this when they successfully left the planet. Hopefully he's left us some goodies.
30 seconds. The materials you gather are the property of the All-Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Oh, I forgot. Only got 10 seconds. Come on!
Oxygen.
I think I'll make it. Just made it. We are fairly deep here. But there are a few of these brain corals. Oh, go away. I was hoping he wasn't going to attack then. But he did, because he's a git. These little redfish as well, they're pains in the ass. We need silver and gold. That's the gold we need. Lead. We need another few silver if we can get it.
30 seconds.
That was one of them little redfish biting us.
Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state.
Right, we're going to have to find some.
Detonation will occur within 2 hours.
We'll have to find somewhere to hide when it blows. Oh, we'll die.
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity.
No shit.
Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
I just need one more. One more silver, damn you. I don't think I'm going to get it. bit worried about the Aurora blowing up. You don't want to be caught sort of out in the open when it happens, because you will die. Let's just get back to the... We'll get back to the life pod. Can't quite make the wiring kit, but I think we can make the computer chip. We'll do that and then we'll come back. And we can probably make the Sea Glide, which will make everything a bit quicker. Should be able to zoom around a bit. So we'll do that. I probably should have made the Sea Glide as soon as I could. But, you know, stuff is going on. It's like that. Ooh, shiny. Let's listen to our radio message.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call, laying back.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency Sea Glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Right,
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
We just need some lubricant, which we've got for the Sea Glide. And we'll find out what Mr. Time Capsule gave us.
Seek fluid intake.
Shut up. What was I making? Sea Glide.
The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
Understood.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So the person who left us that time capsule, it was actually 3 diamonds and 3 marble melon seeds, which will come in useful. I would have preferred.
Fluid intake.
I would have preferred
Vital signs stabilizing.
some equipment, but you know, that was very nice of them. And if we ever leave this planet, we'll get the opportunity to do one of those time capsules as well. Let's read what the time capsule had to say, actually. There you go. Thank you very much for the diamond. And this sort of thing, like they get little yellow flags on them, it just shows you haven't read them. I tend to go through these to get rid of them. I'm not going to go through it all now, I'll do it off camera. It just means then that when there is something that you particularly do want to check, then it's easy to find because it's still got the yellow flag on it. If you don't bother with the yellow flags, you just have like them, and when you try to find something, you're just like, oh, where's the newest one? These are all the blueprints that we're getting. As you can see, laser cutter. We need another 2 fragments of that. We need another 2 fragments of the mobile vehicle bay. We need another fragment for the Seamoth bioreactor. We need another fragment. The smaller things like the vending machines and stuff, you just need a single fragment of those. Right, let's put some more stuff in here. Put some of the seeds in there. Yes, I think we could probably make a computer chip. No, we need copper wire and table coral. Where's the copper wire? And did we get some table coral? We did not, but it's the easiest thing in the world to get. Because there's some here. Right next to the acid mushrooms. Let's whack it. We only needed 2. Got another radio message.
Laying pre-recorded distress call.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't want us. This might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, we'll have a look for us a next episode, because we've done about an hour.
New blueprint acquired.
I'll just show you on the old... This is the old Sea Glide. The blue thing on the top is like meant to be a map, but I find it crap. So I was trying to get rid of it and just have the lights on. But it doesn't seem to be having it. Orientate ourselves. We're going to go back over here. Try and get a piece of silver. That place I told you about, that sort of wall. Now we've got the Sea Glide, we can go a little bit deeper. And hopefully what will happen is we'll find it a bit easier to find some sandstone outcrops. These sort of pedestal structures here, they normally have sandstone outcrops on them.
30 seconds.
Oh, these guys. These are reefbacks. Perfectly harmless. Unlike their cousins. These are like vegetarians. These are fine. In fact, we'll just scan one. Why not? Get some more oxygen. See, there's the big, so it'll take a long time to scan. We'll head down. What we want is
passing 100 meters.
Silver.
Oxygen
Gotcha.
efficiency decreased.
Just quickly look around. Those plants there, there's one there, they fire stuff at you, try and avoid them. They will get us at some point, and you'll hear me cursing. Radiation, we're too close to the ship.
30 seconds.
I've got to get to the surface. And the Aurora hasn't actually blown yet, has it? Oh. I should have remembered that it's due to quantum detonate. We'll head back because we can make our wiring kit. That'll be about an hour. We'll call it a day there. So we've made ourselves a Sea Glide. We've made a start on surviving on planet 4546b. Things have been pretty straightforward so far. We've made some tools, made a Sea Glide, and we'll look to crack on next episode. Hopefully this episode has recorded and I won't have to redo it again. Well, let's just get up here. Make our wiring kit. And woohoo! So we've made a wiring kit and we can make a habitat builder. And I'll show you what to do with that next episode.
It's designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
Super. Okay, so thank you for watching first episode of Subnautica, and I hope you join me for episode 2. Until then, this is me, Cat Weasel, saying toodaloo.